Preparation. When you come prepared with your tools, with the information the client gives you, and your own personal internet research of the property, know what was conducted in the property or what type of facility it is. Preparation allows you to be functional, and when you come across any difficulties, it is most likely you already know what's going to go down. And when you prepare, there is no possibility that you're going to be stuck in a situation that you might have a problem solving.
Yeah, we always need to be prepared to go to the field and gathering as much data we need, and help you to run these inspections and collect your samples. But I remember when I was doing the field with you, so going to one job site to another, and sometimes we are on the road and you get phone calls. And how can you manage like finishing one inspection, getting phone calls, going to another inspection, when you have too many inspections in a day and you're driving? And I remember you taking the phone here, and I know we're not supposed to take phone calls, and I tell you all the time, hey, put it on the speaker because you can't answer the phone like that. But how can you accommodate the whole process when you are in the field? You're driving or you're talking to a client and you have to get another phone call, and how important is to answer a phone call right on the first ring?
Going back to being on the phone and driving, there was no Bluetooth back then. And there was no GPS back then, and so we would have to print out MapQuest directions and take phone calls and drive and jot down the address, because it was not really that.
And you're very good on that.
The integrity of the software that we have today makes life so much easier compared to how I used to run this business back then. So structure. When you have volume, you have to set structure. They say there's a software for everything, and it's probably true. We can manage phone calls a lot easier now with the software. We can manage the calendar a lot easier, and we can manage taking the samples through the software, setting up, taking pictures of the material. So managing the software and the people, it's very important for conducting multiple jobs at the same time. You have to have this because you need to take that phone call on the first ring, because they're just going to go to the next company. Yeah. So answering the phone call on the first ring and educate them and tell them about the regulation, and then sending a proposal shows how structured your company is.
Can you share with the audience some really specific inspection that you got in trouble, or something interesting that you just faced in the field that was very awkward? And I know you have a lot of stories about crazy field inspections, but can you share one with us?
Fortunately, the line of duty is not always the cleanest. I would say there are times that we have to go to, let's call it, swampy areas, not so pleasant environments. And there are plenty of stories. We come across flooding, which it's sometimes hard to see where you step in a big 2 to 3 feet of water. We come across animals. We come across homeless people that are not so welcoming. And there are times that we make mistakes, and it could be crucial. It could be the end of your business when you make a mistake, but I have done it before, and we will always make a mistake here and there. We're humans first. But as I go back to the second question we had, when you have a structural proposal that mentions that type of litigation, mistakes, or any type of adversary that you might have, you have to put that in your proposal, and you have to put that in your report. It becomes a difference between if you're doing a full inspection in a building or just a partial, and then you label these reports differently, and someone else takes it and take a look at it. For an example, when you say a partial report, you're just doing a localized inspection. But if you don't put that into your report that you did a localized inspection, some people might take your paperwork and say, hey, I got this inspected and my building is clean, please give me a permit for a demolition. So we have to collect these materials in unpleasant locations, and also be aware that we have to produce a valid report while walking through the swamps.
Well, Rick, thank you for sharing your knowledge in the field. Thank you very much.
Any questions you might have, please ask.
Okay, we'll do. Next video.